Hey, what's up guys? I go by the name Soji Gray. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below so that anytime a new video is released, you're going to be updated instantly. So I've actually been using the Tecno Phantom 9 for a month now. Throughout that process, I've been able to learn new things about this device, and I've also gotten to find out the most annoying things about the device. So I'm going to be sharing with you things I like and dislike about this device, all those tiny things I've noticed during that period of a month that I've been using this device. So if you do want to get the phone, this is the video to watch because I've used it and I'm going to be giving you my experience on how this device has performed over the period of a month. So let's jump into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about, and it's actually something that I do love, is the storage options on this guy. The Tecno Phantom 9 comes in 128 gigs of internal storage. It does have an SD card slot and it has 6 gigs of RAM. Now this device is selling for 1,299 Ghana cedi. So for 128 gigs expandable storage and 6 gigs of RAM, this is an amazing deal. And I mean, the first time I got this device, when I heard that it comes with 128 gigs, I was so happy. I'm someone who likes downloading a lot of apps, games, music, watching series on my device, because anytime I'm on a commute, I just like to watch something, and this has plenty of storage. And I still have like over, I think 80 gig. Yeah, I think I have around 80 gigs of storage remaining, which is a great thing, even though I have tons of games, applications, and music and stuff, all those media stuff on this device. So I mean, the thing I do love about this device, number one, is the storage options. The second thing I'd want to talk about is the versatility of the camera. You have 3 cameras at the back, you have 1 camera at the front, and for the 3 cameras, one is an ultra wide, so you can take ultra wide shots. One is a 2x zoom, so if you do want to crop in, you can even do more with the digital zoom, which is a good thing. And it has a standard lens, so you have like 3 focal lengths you can play with. So the camera is something I'm a big fan of. Now moving on to the front, you have an amazing 1080p Super AMOLED display. Is that an AMOLED display or is it Super AMOLED? I think Super AMOLED is for Samsung devices. So this has a beautiful AMOLED display. I love the display on this guy, and I'm someone who likes to tweak the home screen of my device, and I mean, my setup looks amazing just because of the technology used in making the screen. So thumbs up to Tecno for putting an AMOLED display into the Tecno Phantom 9. Another thing I do like about this device is the in-display fingerprint sensor. I mean, over time, I feel it has become faster. Either I'm used to it or it has become faster, but I don't really notice any lag at all. And it does have face unlock. Face unlock is super fast. I don't really like it sometimes because I just want to check my notifications, and once I just press the power button, it unlocks instantly. Even I've had situations whereby I was wearing sunglasses, but it's still able to unlock. So one of the things I do hate on this device is the fact that it comes with a micro USB charging port. To me, I feel micro USB is outdated in 2019. Plus, using it is so uncomfortable. If you don't have light and you don't know which position your cable is at, you can insert it the wrong way and damage your port. But with Type-C, it can go in either way, so that's safer and better. Plus, it has faster charging speeds, faster data speeds, rather than the micro USB, which is slower in comparison. So that's one thing I hate about this device. Another thing I do hate about the Tecno Phantom 9 is the fact that it doesn't have dark mode. Now, this device is running 109.0. Now with 109.0, it's a standard to have dark mode. I dug into the settings, I went to developer options, I didn't find the dark mode toggle. And I mean, it's a beautiful AMOLED device. If it was an LCD device, I would understand why they would take it out, but this is an AMOLED display. Having true blacks comes default, so why wouldn't you allow us to turn on dark mode? So I've been thinking probably they're going to bring a software update to rectify this, but I don't know how long we would have to wait. And so that's what I don't like when it comes to the display and the operating system. I also don't like the fact that they have high OS. I'm not really a fan of iOS because by default you do have a lot of ads popping out at you. You do have the option to turn it off, but you need to go into the settings, go into a lot of menus to toggle all those ad popping up off. So that's something I don't like. Usually what I do is that I install my favorite launcher onto the device, and that's what I use. I don't really like iOS. Currently what I'm using on the Tecno Phantom 9 is the Microsoft launcher. It's a better alternative to iOS. So if you have a Tecno Phantom 9 or any other Tecno, I mean, if you're running iOS, you want to try something new, something fresh, I mean, you can try Microsoft's launcher. It's amazing. So now I said the camera is versatile, like it has different focal lengths. I did not talk about the quality of the cameras. To me, I feel the quality of the camera is not so consistent. Sometimes you do have great shots, sometimes you don't have great shots. I'm not a fan of the selfie cameras at all. Like I have WhatsApp, I have Instagram, but this camera that does not encourage me to kind of make more uploads onto social media just because of how bad the quality is. I mean, Tecno could have done better, you know. But the back camera is not so bad. If you shoot in HDR, you have like a lot of dynamic range and the pictures are good. But sometimes you need to make some adjustments to get the right picture. So, I mean, with the cameras, I'm not really a fan. I love the display and I use it a lot. But when it comes to the cameras, I'm not a fan of the cameras, honestly. If you want something with great camera performance, I wouldn't recommend you considering the Tecno Phantom 9 though. But I mean, if camera is not something that you really look out for in a smartphone, or you can use something that's standard, you can go for this because aside the cameras, it has a lot of other things going great for it. Now let me talk about the display again. The display as an AMOLED display is great. My only problem is it's slightly oversaturated. So if you're consuming media, you're watching a movie, you're on social media, most of what you're going to see is going to be a little bit saturated. So if you take a picture and then you make an adjustment on this phone and you upload it to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere, any social media platform, and you think, oh, this is the look other people are going to see, you're going to be probably wrong because people are going to see something which is different from what you're seeing on this phone. So the screen, when it comes to color accuracy, it's not there. But I mean, consuming media on your phone, looking at the display, it's great. It's top notch. Yeah. So now let me talk about the battery. The battery life is something that has been like a hit or miss for me because I'm someone who loves to listen to a lot of music. I'm someone who uses GPS a lot for my Uber or Bolt or Yango rides, and I always have Bluetooth on because I use this device along with my Bluetooth earphones. The battery life isn't great with all those things turned on. I'm guessing if you have all those things turned off, you'd have better battery life. So, I mean, if you're someone who does a lot of consumption on the go, I'd recommend you use a power bank. I use the Xiaomi 10,000 milliamp hour power bank along with this device. It's a very slim power bank that I can put in my bag. So I have it all the time in case I'm running low. Maybe I get to around 30%, 20%. Usually I get to 20% around 3 p.m. You know, when I start, like I leave home around 6 and I'll use my phone till that time because I'm always on my phone. And so around 2, 3, I have like 30% sort of, and then I take my power bank out and then I charge this guy. So the battery life, I'm not really a huge fan of the battery life, but then again, it could be because of how, you know, I use the device because like I'm a heavy user, so that could be the reason why. Now this phone comes with a lot of apps that sometimes you probably don't need, and I've seen Phone Master and other things, but there's this thing that really bothers me about the phone. If I'm watching someone's statuses on WhatsApp, what it does is that it can save all the WhatsApp statuses on my phone. Like I'm not giving it permissions to download all the WhatsApp status I watch. And sometimes it even downloads profile pictures onto my gallery. And I know I have 128 gigs of storage, I have a lot of storage, but you giving me stuff that I didn't allow you to is kind of, I don't know, it's something I don't like. So that's one thing I hate about the Tecno Phantom 9. Like I go to my gallery and you'd see all these downloaded WhatsApp statuses and profile pictures. I just don't like that. So that's something you should look at. I mean, that's something you should expect when you get this device. I don't know whether it's going to be rectified with a software update, or it's probably the one I'm using that's having that issue, but that's what I face. So there's other thing I don't like about the Tecno Phantom 9, and that's with how dim the screen can get. I'm someone who uses my device a lot. I sleep around 10 to 11 p.m. sometimes, and I'll be on my phone. I have my light turned off, so everywhere is dark. The only thing that is lighting my face is my phone. But I've realized that the Tecno Phantom 9 can't get very dim. When you take it down to the last brightness level, it gives it this cool tone, and it's not really dim. So after some time, your eyes begin to hurt. You can turn on eye care, which helps sometimes, but I don't feel like the dim level is great on this device. It doesn't get too dim, but then it gets bright when you're outside. Like the outdoor visibility is on point on this guy. So yeah, that's when it comes to the display. I'm talking about the display a lot, I know, because I really love this guy, the display, but at the same time I kind of hate it. So it's like that. So all in all, I think this device is the best mid-range device you need to get in 2019. Like, I mean, that's my opinion. It's selling for 1,299 Ghana cedis, and this gives you 128 gigs of storage, 6 gigs of RAM. Like, they're giving you flagship specs, for a very cool price, because you have the S10e, the S10 and the S10 Plus having base storage of 128 gigs, but you have a mid-ranger having 128 gigs. In fact, the Samsung Galaxy A50 can give you 128 gigs, but it sells for around 1,500. That's like 200 Ghana to 300 Ghana cedi more than this device. Aside that, it has an AMOLED display, an in-display fingerprint sensor at that price. Also, it has 2 front-facing flash, and it's great for taking pictures at night. It's very bright. The design is amazing. You have 3 different focal lengths. You have Android 9. It packs a punch. I mean, this device has a lot of things you would want in a device. So, I mean, it does have some cons. If you are able to deal with those cons, you can certainly go for the Tecno Phantom 9. But if you can't, you can then look elsewhere. But I would recommend that you get this. High OS is kind of annoying, but you can slap another launcher onto the device. So I think I'm really enjoying the phone. It's been a month, but it's been great so far. And I mean, thumbs up to Tecno for whatever they're doing. If this is what they're doing in 2019, you should expect them doing bigger things in 2020. Already they have the Common 12 Pro, the Common 12 available. If we do get that, we're going to make videos on them. So let's keep our fingers crossed. So that's that for this episode of Quick View. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that anytime a new video is released, you're going to be updated instantly. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay blessed.